Welcome to Compassus Speaks, where we give a voice to the nonprofits in the community. I'm your host, Kevin Weaver, and today on our show we have Nancy Berg from the White Mountain Center for Arts and the High Country Art Gallery. Welcome. And welcome to you, Nancy. How are you today?
I am fine, Kevin.
Good. Well, I'm very thrilled to have you with us today. And before we speak to the two organizations that you represent, I'd like to talk about how we met. And Nancy's husband was a patient on one of the local hospice services, and I was, I had the honor of being the chaplain and the nursing assistant that came in and served. And that's part of what this is all about. So Nancy, tell us a little bit about this. Virgil he died a couple of years ago, he died a couple of months ago, and I wanted to tie all this in. Nancy has used her art to also become a type of a therapy in her grief journey.
Very necessary, Kevin. It was something that kept me halfway sane, maybe. It was you folks arranged so that I could be free every Thursday for 2 hours. And
to be a part of the, which one did you go
Center
to?
for the Arts.
Center for the Arts.
Because they're here 12 months of the year.
Okay.
The other group is here from end of May to the 1st of October.
So when you go to the Center for the Arts, is it like you're receiving art instruction, or people just kind of do their art thing?
Both.
Oh, okay.
They do have classes, and my particular favorite is Paint with Friends, because you don't have to be a member. You just come with whatever form of art you choose, whether it's painting, drawing, ceramics, just anything that you wish to partake in. And the nice part is it's such a nice group of people.
Sure.
And they all help you if you have a problem or something. They will try to help.
So art, of course, can be a tremendous expression in many ways in an individual's life. But for you, at least initially, now again referring to the picture board here, your art became very instrumental or helpful in your grief process.
Well, and just dealing with death.
Okay.
You really need to keep going, and I found this almost necessary. I did a number of these boards, I call, and it helped me deal with his death and go on with my life. It's something anyone can do.
Well, yeah, I'm glad you said that, because this is a simple expression of art at work. Gathering the photos, and anybody could do this, and then putting photos on a board, and I'm sure there's a real significance to this to you. But again, the point is that for those who are watching, whether you're dealing with maybe a grief situation or whatever in your life, putting together something like this, which is certainly very artistic, can be a wonderful expression and a way to vent. So what is the significance of what's happening here?
This is kind of the middle of our life.
Okay.
And my husband was very interested in sports, especially basketball and baseball. So once he went to work, he joined the teams there.
Okay.
And he'd done very well in high school. He joined the fire department. There's some pictures, and here's a grandson, and it's just something that was interesting at that point in our life.
And so for me, really what you've done artistically for the casual observer, of course, I only knew Virgil for 6 or 8 weeks or whatever it was, but I can look at that and I can see his life. And that's significant. That's helpful to me, because people come in and out of my life by virtue of the work that I do, and this has been wonderful to see this. So Nancy, nicely done. Again, for those who are watching, this is something so simple that you can do through art to express your feelings and just have a nice photograph or a snapshot of a life that was very meaningful. Well,
Yeah.
let's talk about a little more specifically the actual programs. I know one of the programs you're involved with has something coming up this
Yes.
month, some events that you might want to talk
It's the end
about.
of the month, and it's their 42nd. I mean, this is 42 years
Okay.
of having the Arts and Crafts Festival
Okay.
on the 4th of July. It's is July 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, a weekend series, so that we have a lot of visitors from the valley and from other places.
Okay.
And most of them come up to enjoy our
Can I grab
mountain
your
air.
flyer?
Yeah.
So the 42nd annual 4th of July Arts and Craft Festival. So that's coming up. The very first part of July next month will be 1st, 2nd, and 3rd from 9 to 5. Looks like at the Orchard at Charlie Clark's.
Yes.
So what specifically is going to happen on those days?
Normally, it's just kind of a craft show. There's
Okay.
the tents, various people and what they do, and there's usually a silent auction.
Okay.
And I always worked in that area because I found it the most interesting.
Are you going to have a tent or a showing of your crafts?
No, I won't. Not mine, but the group. Yes.
Okay, the group will be present.
Yes.
Okay.
And many of the members of the High Country Art Gallery will have booths and
Okay.
exhibit their things.
Now, also, you said something to me about a children's craft fair or something coming up.
Well, not exactly. What it is there are kids' art camps in
Kids'
June
art
and
camps.
July.
Oh, okay. Kids' art camps.
Yes. And let's see. There's a juried art show going on the end of May until June 10th.
Okay.
And you may even be one of the judges, because this is the first time the people will receive a ballot when they enter, and they can pick their favorites, and they will total all those, and that will decide the winner.
Okay.
There's,
Well, now, who's sponsoring that event?
the Center for the Arts.
The Center for the Arts. And
Yeah.
now that's say it again. It's a children's.
Well, that's one of the things that are available,
Okay.
and you can check that out on their website.
Okay.
To see the dates and everything.
Okay. And what is that website? Do you have that right there? Can you read it to us?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Well, that's all right.
Not that one.
Not that one?
No, this is Center for the Arts.
Oh, Center for the Arts.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got a couple of things going. High Country and Center for the Arts.
Yeah.
So you guys are you'll have to look it up. You'll have to find it. We'll leave Nancy's contact information with you before we go, and you can always shoot off an email to her.
Yeah.
Why don't you do that? What is your email so people can get in touch with you for information?
Silverlocks2 at Yahoo.
Silverlocks2 at Yahoo.
Right.
So
and
you
Locks.
named it after my hair. Silverlocks.
I'm pretty obvious. But the Locks is LOKS.
Silver LOKS at 2 at Yahoo.com. And they'll put it up on the screen, and
Okay.
people will be able to read that.
Yeah.
So what else is going to be happening at that event?
Well, at the musical one, they usually have one a month program.
Okay.
And there's the next one coming up is Ronstadt Generations. It's members of the family, cousins, uncles, etc. Just not Linda.
Okay.
And I've been told the music is American folk,
Oh.
rock, jazz, blues, in English and Spanish.
And where's that going to be?
That'll be at the Center for the Arts
Center for the Arts.
on Penrod.
On Penrod.
Yeah.
You know, the other day I was up in the Pine Top Country Club. It was on the weekend. Actually, it was Memorial Day weekend. And it said Arts Fair and this and that. Was that you guys?
Yes,
Oh,
some
okay.
of the members.
Okay, some of the members did that as well.
And on the 30th, it'll be a Cork and Canvas. That's something they also have once a month with David Ryan Orr providing music.
Oh, okay. I've heard him. He's quite good.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
free, although donations are very welcome. And it's usually a drawing, and the winner will receive a piece of art,
Okay, excellent.
whatever.
Excellent. Miss Nancy, we're nearly out of time. Now, I know that your group, or this group, meets weekly, right?
Paint with Friends meets Thursdays from 10 till 2, and anyone can come with whatever they like to do.
Okay. That I'm on the hook for bringing a pizza lunch to one of those Thursdays. So come. You never know when you're going to be given lunch that day.
Right.
So again, let's recap. You've got 30 seconds. The name of the groups you represent.
Center for the Arts.
Center for the Arts.
And High Country Art Gallery.
High Country Art Gallery. If you want to join the group, be involved, paint with friends every Thursday. And it's that kind of octagon-shaped building on Penrod Road with the turquoise roof from 10 to 2. Come meet Nancy if you'd like to.
I would love it.
Yeah, and she would. Nancy's a wonderful person to get to know, as I'm sure all the others are as well. So thank you, Nancy. And stay tuned. We will be right back with our next guest. Welcome back to Compassus Speaks. Joining us now on the show is Cheryl Beeard from the Sholo Special Olympics. Miss Cheryl, welcome. How are you today?
I'm doing good.
Good. Sure glad to have you today. And ask Cheryl to come on and talk about the Special Olympics program. Now, Special Olympics is something that is very well participated in here in the White Mountains and, of course, all across America. And I think Special Olympics is also worldwide. Isn't that true, Cheryl?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Have you traveled to different places with Special Olympics?
I've went to World Games for gymnastics.
Okay, now World Games, where were they held?
They were held in '95 for gymnastics.
But where? Where did you go?
In
Do you remember what?
'95 in North Carolina.
North Carolina. Okay,
Yeah.
so the World Olympics or Special Olympics, the world events happen in North Carolina, and you got to go. And you've participated in many different events, haven't you? What kind of events do you do?
I do track and field.
Track and field.
And then I do swimming.
Swimming.
And then I do.
Well, I think you guys do bowling in the summertime, and there's bocce ball.
Yes.
And I know some of the Special Olympics towns are involved with kayaking and all those different kinds of events. Well, how long have you been? Do I call you a Special Olympian?
Yes.
How long have you done it?
I've done it since I was 8 years old.
Oh boy. Well, I won't ask you how old you are now. That's not fair to ask a young lady how old she is, but you've been doing it for a very long time.
Yes.
Yeah. Now I know you have a sister that is also in Special Olympics, and you have many friends up here that are involved in Special Olympics. We won't name them because without their permission, we probably ought not to do that. But is it fair to say that you've met many friends or that many of your best friends are in the Special Olympics program?
Yes.
Yeah, so you get to travel with them and you guys stay in motel rooms together and you go out to eat together and do all those fun kinds of things, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about Special Olympics. What really is it?
And Special Olympics is all year round.
Okay.
And that way you can go and meet your friends and meet new friends. And
well, who gets to participate in Special Olympics? Are they people with different disabilities?
People with different disabilities.
Okay. And who else?
And
is that it?
There's wheelchairs.
Okay. Wheelchair activities?
Yes. And there's race walkers.
Oh, wow. What's a race walker?
Huh?
What's a race walker?
You get on the track and you race around the track.
Oh, like a speed walker.
A speed walker, yes.
Yeah, that's not as easy as it looks.
No.
And I think in the wheelchairs they play basketball.
Yes.
And of course there are swimmers.
Yes.
So these are people with various disabilities. Now I listened to a particular talk show host on the radio in the mornings, and she uses the term differently abled. Do you guys use that term, or do you still say people with disabilities?
We use the word disabilities.
Yeah, disability. And it's nothing to be ashamed of, because we're all born with different abilities and with different disabilities. And what I'm understanding from you is Special Olympics is a place where people maybe with a disability, or they're not quite able to compete on the same level with others, are able to come together with people that they have, or they share commonalities, and compete against one another, right?
Right.
Yeah. So people with all kinds of walks of life. What other kinds of things happen in Special Olympics? They're not just, they're only just games, track and field events, but what other kinds of things?
And there's triathlons.
Oh, you have a triathlon.
Yes.
Have you ever participated in a triathlon?
No.
Because a triathlon, now that's swimming, and running and biking. Now that would be tough. So they have triathlons. Do they have ever any marathons? A marathon is a 26-mile run.
No.
So nothing quite that extensive.
No.
That would be a little difficult to do. What is your favorite event?
My favorite event is swimming, track and field, and running long jump.
Well, now you said 3. You have 3 favorite events. What is your favorite of them all?
And my running long jump.
Running long jump.
Yeah.
How far have you running long jumped?
I can't remember.
Did you win?
Yes.
Okay. Now I remember, I've known some Special Olympians or athletes. I know that one of them, again, I won't mention her name, but she was quite an ice skater.
Yes.
I know that our group has participated in like field hockey. And the athletes up here, I would encourage you folks who are watching maybe to kind of look some of these folks up and get to know them, because we are talking about world-class Special Olympic athletes. Our Special Olympics program, and I'll let you know the head of it, her name is Judy Hukill, Hukill, I think is how she spells it. She's kind of a commodity up here in the White Mountains. She's been here for a very long time. She's been involved with the Special Olympics program for a very long time. And she's she's close to sainthood. And so if you want to get to know some of these Special Olympic athletes, you can get a hold of Judy and get involved. And how could they get a hold of Judy? What's her phone number, Cheryl?
Her phone number is 928-739-4578.
739-4578. Judy is her name. Call her if you'd like to maybe get to know an athlete, if you'd like to get involved with the program, if you'd like to send money. I know that all not-for-profit organizations up here, hence why we're doing what we're doing today, is to help raise money and drive funds to do the things that you do. Well, before we finish up today with you, Cheryl, I noticed you're sporting a couple of medals. What is that one medal for?
This is from my 200-meter run.
Okay, is that a gold medal?
Gold medal. Came in first.
200-meter run. Is that real gold?
No.
I was going to say if it is, I want it.
No.
You wouldn't give me your real gold, huh?
No.
That's from your 200-meter event.
Yes.
Do you have any events coming up this year that you guys are going to participate in?
In October, we're going to start practicing for swimming for October.
Okay. So you've got a swimming event. You'll begin practicing it in October. So obviously you practice and swim indoors.
Yes.
And where will the event be held?
We go down for state for down in Phoenix.
Okay, so the state event will be in Phoenix. If you win at the state event, then what happens? Where do you go from state? Is it like a regionals?
We do regionals up here
Oh, okay.
to qualify for state.
Oh, regional. Okay,
Before I
regional
got that
qualifies
backwards.
for state, and then is there anything beyond state?
No.
No. Okay, so you just go for a state competition.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay. Well, very good. Well,
Yeah.
very good. And so you could use money and help with that because again, these folks they travel. This is all participated in by volunteers. And so if we can, folks, let's help sponsor this program. I know that there's gas money involved and there's meals and there's lodging so that you guys can go represent the White Mountains. And I know that you do a wonderful job. Now, your mother is very involved in Special Olympics.
Yes.
And she has supported you. I've known your mother for a very long time.
Yeah.
I hope you don't mind Mary, but her name is Mary. And Mary is just a wonderful human being. And she's sponsored and been involved with this program for a very long time. Oh, listen, Cheryl, I appreciate you coming.
Thank you.
And I know that Special Olympics is a very, special and a very important part of every community. And so I ask you folks who are watching, find a way to get involved. Contact Judy. Huco at
739-4578.
4578. Miss Cheryl, I thank you for coming today and joining us. And thank you for tuning in today. And tune in next month to hear Compassion. Cheryl, thank you.
You're welcome.